What's up? Welcome back. White Boy Lockdown Radio. If it's your first time stopping by, smash that subscribe. Check out the membership option for the perks. And let's get right into it, man. Y'all see the title, and I'm going to give you a recap about this whole thing right quick, man. Just to give a quick backstory, man. Look, I came to the internet over a year ago, man. I never in my life would I see that there's quality or there's a taste or something, some type of value for prison stories. I'm like, man, I can do that, and I think I can do it better. So that's where I started off, man. And then, sure enough, a year later, a huge nationwide case, bam, hits my community. You know, doing YouTube, you know, sometimes as you do it, you know, you have to watch it as well, okay? You have your entertainment, you have to watch and learn it. And what's going on with the country, especially this last year, you know, man, look, boots on ground. I got out there, man. Had to do it. So I said, screw it, man. Let me go on and get out there and see if I can get my hey Dog the Bounty Hunter, hold my beer on, and boots on ground in my community. You know what I mean? I wanted to do it for my reasons, as well as holding the media accountable, man, because I've been talking about them for just as long as I've been on YouTube. But I got way invested in this case, way invested in it. It kind of consumed me big time. You know what I mean? And I was able to monitor the media out there. I was out there in the community. I held them accountable. I got into it with CNN. It's all on the channel. You guys know this. And I got my boots on the ground out there. You know, as I'm out there for my reasons, I'm thinking about this reward money and continually going out there. I actually met Gabby Petito's family, and he was a great aunt at the time, but through and through, I got a personal thanks from the family. You know what I mean? That was cool. In the process, I'm out there with the protesters that I met. You know, it's a funny thing. I stood with these people before, just for a different cause. You know, I didn't know them on a first name basis and whatnot, but we had stood before. If you remember, you'll see there's a Trump train, Trump rally in my city. I made the news then as well, and these same people were there. But as I'm out there being all said, all that, I start seeing all these crazy inconsistencies in this case, and just nothing making sense. You know what I mean? I always been the dude that you know, my friends could hit me up. You know, even not too long ago, before this case, I have a friend of the family, and they got in trouble for something, and they're calling me for legal advice because I've been through the system and I learned it, you know, and it was something simple. My advice was, hey, look, you'd be wasting your money getting a lawyer, you're gonna get probation. And that's exactly what they got. But there were so many crazy inconsistencies in this case that at some point I had to take a step back, and I gotta detach myself a little bit because it has literally consumed my life. I have been very invested in this case, and I want to tell you how I feel about it. I'll always have my souvenirs and stuff. You know, this is what I held out when I was protesting. Y'all seen the dustpan that fell off the forensic, I guess it was a forensic truck. You know, I still got the dirty laundry. This is all going up on my YouTube studio that I've been building if you've been following the channel. But I want to tell you how I feel about this final decision, because I see a lot of comments and whatnot, and there's only the way that I look at this is there's two ways that you can look at this case if you've been following it, okay? And that's where I want to talk about real fast. My decision from actually being out there and doing everything is I am still split. So I'm trying to make this very simple. Like I said, only two things could have happened. So number one, this is how I feel. I'm still split by this. I understand both sides of the coin. Heads, the feds don't do anything in this case. They literally rely on social media, YouTubers, protesters for every lead of this case. When I say every lead, up into the reward money as well. You know, I personally think they owe me and Doug Live from Northport a personal parade. You know, they even found other fugitives that were hiding that were not Laundrie out there. And I feel like they came in. We know they watched the lives. I feel like they did nothing, put their feet on the desk, and were like, let's watch these guys. Came in, and found a skull somewhere, and then bam, just like that, just that fast, they confirmed it, and hey, look, it's over. They confirmed it. That's not really how I feel. I said I'm split, but I'll explain the other one. So the other side of the coin is this one got through the feds, okay? This dude had such a jump on them that the feds were behind. I feel like the other side of the coin here is that the feds were just behind on this case from the jump. I feel like he got a good enough jump on them, and at some point they went into that area via social media. Either side of the coin, social media has a lot to do with it, and I feel like they just wrapped this up, blamed it on water, found something, and said, okay, we have to save face here because this thing's getting out of control. The whole country knows about it. There are so many inconsistencies with this case that it's kind of sad that you have to pick both sides. Everything from location, the water. I'm from Florida. I say this a lot. That area, I've been out there. I've been live out there. A lot of you already know that. It's not my words, but quote words from the feds is they had to go through chest high water. If you watched the last live when I was out there, it is not physically possible to have chest high water. And if you want to Google it, somebody did it for me. That area that in my last live where we went to the spot where they found it is via Google had 15 inches of rain. Okay, so 15 inches of rain is a little bit over 2 feet. Okay, 2 feet from the ground is not the chest. Okay, do the math. There's so many inconsistencies. I'm not going to go through them all. That's just how I feel about this situation. I'm still split. And it's literally driving me insane because I guess it's one thing to watch the lives and keep up with it on the internet, but it's a totally different thing being there, going out there for my reasons, getting involved in this and seeing stuff with my own eyes. This case has been crazy. Don't get me wrong, I'm still going to cover the case. I feel like the FBI owes the public some clarity, but the channel has to move forward. We have other content to drop. And, this thing has literally changed my life. I don't want to say that I feel like I can trust no one, but I'll say that being personally invested in this case, getting involved with it, in a minute I'm gonna let you hear things that you can't hear anywhere on the media or social media, but it really shows how we get toyed with by the media. It's changed my life. One thing about it though is it did bring me to a new part of the internet. It got me to experience the missing persons and true crimes part of the internet, and that's cool. That's a positive. And man, for an ex-convict like myself, I did pretty damn good on this one, covering live. I mean, talk about Dog the Bounty Hunter, hold my beer. Seriously, I give myself a pat on the back. For any future cases, I did the research. He's a bounty hunter, and I'm just clowning, respect to him, but as of me, if I would have found that dude, I could have tackled him, made a citizen's arrest, and got the reward money with not even being charged. All right, now time for what I'm going to call clarification, untold information, and haters. So first thing on the clarification part is 15 inches is actually a little bit over 1 foot, not 2. Okay? The next thing I want to say is Jonathan, Andra, Molly in the comment section. if you are a new supporter of mine or if you are a new hater of mine, one thing that you cannot do over here on White Boy Lockdown Radio is try to manipulate in the comments for me to go against people that I know personally. I've gone through this so many times since I've been doing this. You can't tell me about how horrible of a person Molly is because that's your opinion on the internet. I know her. She's a good person. I'll always feel like that. People keep telling me through these comments about how bad Andra is and how bad Jonathan is. Look, I don't care if Jonathan sued the Eiffel Tower because it was too tall, or I don't care if Jonathan sued Britney Spears because he wanted her attention. You know, as you say these negative comments and as I'm standing with this man on a day-by-day basis, you know, I learned through your comments he has a criminal history, okay? I believe in second chances. You know, as long as he didn't touch a kid or as long as he didn't do anything weird, man, the dude has moved on from that. You know what I mean? If you're new over here, the gossip thing and put White Boy Lockdown Radio against other creators, it's not going to work. I remain loyal. I remain truthful. That's why I've had a little bit of success on this thing. All right, so we did clarifications. Now let's go to untold information. I got to be very careful what I say here. All right. Many of you know, you can see it on my community post, me and my wife personally met Gabby's aunt. Whether you're watching Instagram, whether you're watching her channel, whatever you're watching, when I ended that live, you know, you have to put two and two together here, okay? If you don't think for 1 second there was contact information shared, you know, it was a blessing for me to be able to bring you guys a personal thank you from the family. You know, a personal thank you to the online supporters. It's a blessing, you know, and it was very cool to get a personal thank you from that family. Look, they have a lot of things tied up legally. I wish I could say more, but if you want a little hint to this thing, I will give you one right now. Look, when we're out there protesting in any spot, but especially at the FBI presser, you know, we are around media and we are around FBI agents, literally right behind us. Go back to the live where my wife tried to sneak in and you could hear the FBI guy say, hey, you can't do that. Or when my wife about snaps and punches that chick in the face and they come in. You get the picture. They're right by us, okay? I didn't hear it, but somebody that I 1,000% trusted, allegedly, and everything else to that nature, allegedly, somehow, some way, maybe in the near future, allegedly, you might hear something about a gun. Because, again, I did not hear this, but somebody that I 1,000% trust, you do the math. You know what I mean? So in the future, when it comes out, sure, I'm going to do an update on it. Continue to cover whatever clarity they bring us. But man, look, I have to detach myself because when you have a YouTube channel, it really will open your eyes up. I say this all the time to my subs. I read the comments. A lot of my subs have taught me things about the world, information that I'm lacking, and I very much support those people for that. Anybody knows, everybody should know, you know, I support Trump, okay? I think what's happening in our country is pretty sad. I don't trust none of them. I do trust somebody like me and you that gets in the back door. I mean, who wouldn't, okay? However, I'm not a QAnon person, okay? I'm not a super conspiracy person. I'm just being real. I have my own thoughts on the jab. Yes, this is true. But covering this case, there have been so many conspiracies and just mind-boggling comments. Again, you see how I feel. I'm very split on it. And I'm not saying that I disagree with some of the conspiracies. It is just, again, nothing with this case makes sense. Some of the comments on this one, negative, were, if it was my kid, I'd grab a shovel, to say the least. Meaning, your kid comes home and you would just grab a shovel and help him. Well, if you believe the one side of the coin, that doesn't make sense, because this family just lawyered up quick. Okay, if his skull is found, he killed this very, very fragile woman, and then he cowardly went home, told his parents, and then took his own life in the woods. They never grabbed the shovel. They just lawyered up and remained tight-lipped. And people forget. They comment too fast. That's the problem with the internet. I could even understand and maybe have a debate with you about if you wanted to grab a shovel. Look, it's your kid. But what I can't grab my mind around is that woman, she lived there. She lived there. That makes you a dirtball, okay? A dirtball. Especially when her father came to that screen door and knocked on it, and they came out and handed her a lawyer card. She used to live there. When she's missing, they are ignoring the calls. That they are going through a crazy period in their head. Super drama and super, like, just worrisome. With they can't even reach out to who she was last with. I have no respect for that. So the people who say, the Laundries and blah, 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 blah. No, I don't have any respect for them. Right now, you see the hair and bone on me. I always have a cross around my neck. If you don't know, well, now you know. I'm a Christian. That suicide game that's done like that, it's an ultimate sin. He took a life and took a coward's way out and took his own. Okay? That family has to deal with that themselves. Some more untold and some more untold truth. The neighbors are going to force that family to move. Okay? That I heard from myself. Babe?
What?
The neighbors want them to move, yes?
Yes, they all do.
I've been out there so many days, okay? They don't like the family. You guys are quick to comment, you haters. I kept saying in my lives, 5 to the left, 5 to the right. Both sides of the street. No neighbors want that family in their neighborhood. They're gonna apply pressure when this is all said and done. So there's a little bit of more untold information. Another thing I'll say right quick while we're talking about untold information is the neighbors also tell us that they fight all the time, that they're liberals. This is Florida. You can see when we go live, there's Trump flags everywhere, hats, it's people see what's going on here, man. And I'm just saying, the neighbors don't like them people. I can't say the same for Cassie's neighborhood, but for them, I'm telling you the truth. Moving along, the psych op and distraction. Okay, this one I want to touch on for a second. Because, not to make this political, but I'm just talking about how Florida is. You have seen me go out there live. I got the Savage hat on now, but I had the Trump hat on. This one comes from a lot of former Patriot people. It's just a distraction. Well, hey, look, it is all over now. No matter how you want to add it up, look at it, it's all over now. Nobody forgot about how bad Biden sucks. Every day going home from there, putting gas in my car after going live, I remember how bad he sucked by that gas. Okay? Afghanistan, everything. Nobody has forgotten how bad Joe Biden sucks. How is this a distraction? And you're trying to say this to somebody who's actually out there going behind what you can see. That makes no sense. Rituals and conspiracy theories on this case. So conspiracy theories. You have the bunker and the drone video. You have this and that. There are a lot of them. And I am not saying that I disagree with any of them. I'm not. There's a lot of inconsistencies in this case. And I'm telling you, none of it makes sense from someone who's really been out there. The ritual thing, it's a little freaky, man. I don't know what's going to be in that notebook. I think I've already seen stuff floating around on the internet. Okay, that I don't know how, because it's in the Fed's possession, but I've already seen like almost like a basic suicide note, like a love letter. There's a lot of demonic stuff, rituals. Brian Laundrie was into that type of cult satanic thing. Look, all the conspiracies and the rituals, I am very open-minded to. I'm not crushing them or anything. We don't know. All we can wait is for what the feds say. I've heard a lot of comments. Okay, I'm really not dwelling on this. I've heard the feds are going to give him a new identity and this and that. So my answer to that is, let's say I go out there tomorrow to check on the memorial and I actually see him. Right? Let's just paint this picture. I see Brian Laundrie. I know it's him. Who do I call? Do I call Northport Police? I can't. They're going to be like, have you been drinking today, sir? Are you on drugs? I'm going to say, no, sir, but I see him. He's running away. And they might come to me in about an hour and a half. And when they get there, they're going to say, this is a federal case. Or they'll take some information and play it off. How do you get over the feds? How? You can't. You can't. And again, I want to say this very clearly. In the cities around our country that have this defunding the police thing, if you've been paying attention to it, like let's just say Chicago with all the crime there, it's Candace Owens' worst nightmare that she thinks in America they're going to federalize police. I want to make this point. The police officer down the road, he's local. He's a worker, just like me and you. You might know his family, If they federalize police, it's going to be a nightmare. You know what I mean? Especially when it's tyranny. Because now you have not the guy that goes to work just like you in the neighborhood. You have the government. You should know that you want less government in your life. But even if I saw him, you see what I'm saying? How do I get over the feds? That's why I really had to take a breather and come to a decision about this case. And again, nothing makes sense. I agree with everybody. I will still report on this when I believe they owe us some clarity about so many things. It's just, will they do it? Will they do it? We'll have to hold on. Again, man, having a YouTube channel, you get to see this. I don't know if I could ever honestly explain when you have a YouTube channel, all the comments and all the information that you get. It's very hard to explain. I don't ever think I'm able to word that. But look, no matter whenever I drop a video, whether it's a prison story or whatever. What I try to do here is wrap it up into the world. Look, I've changed a lot in my life, and I try to help people, and I try to wrap up a video at the end, and I'll think of a way to incorporate it into the world. And with this case, look, I got to detach myself because I got consumed in it. It's a new hobby for me. It's a new place on the internet for me. I'm excited about that. But literally, I'd be lying to you if I didn't say that I've lost sleep and that it changed my life. So I'll still report on it, but like I said, how do you get around the feds? It's just, there's so many mysteries. It's sad that I think Gabby's family will never get justice. It is sad. Hopefully, maybe they will. But if you really think about it, I know the comments and I know the amount of people that feel the same way that I do, and they're split with it. And I think that her parents have to feel the same as us. Okay, so how I could wrap this up in today's world is this. A long time ago, I promoted this movie. I want everybody to follow my Twitter and my Instagram, and I want everybody to subscribe. But nothing makes me more happy when I talk to a subscriber and they're like, hey, I'm taking a break from social media. I respect that. I think that's good. I think that people should really tune into The Social Dilemma. Okay? You'll find in that movie, if you haven't seen it yet, that the CEO of YouTube does not allow his kids to be on YouTube. Either does the one on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or any of these things. These people are making money off your time on their app. They are paying people big figures to find a way to keep you on these apps for hours upon hours upon hours to where you're staring at your phone and you get sucked into this stuff. This case is crazy. I'm not disagreeing with the conspiracy theories, okay? Please, let me be clear on that. I'm not disagreeing. I just think that people should watch that movie because it's very important, and it's the only really way I could tie this into anything. And I do want to give a special shout out to every supporter who have came by and all the online support that I got between me and my wife. I'll still cover the updates. We still have content dropping on this channel, but I gotta detach myself just a little bit, and maybe I should watch that movie again myself. But hey, look, it's White Boy Lockdown Radio, and until the next one, stay out, stay safe, and stay solid. And Gabby, rest up, girl. Salute. Who said white boys can't jump? Subscribe. Gotchas.